Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Aaron Sanders, and I'm an independent consultant and district manager with Arbonne International. Welcome to our second uh, Arbonne for Men monthly business overview. I'm so happy that you're all here, and I'm very excited to introduce our guest tonight, Luke Huntington. So I'll turn the time over to you.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you so much for putting the time and effort into gathering this group together and gathering all these guys to hop on this call. And for anyone who's listening to this call live, so glad you're able to make it. For anyone who's listening to the recording, thank you so much for taking the time tonight or what time of day you are listening to this and watching this video. Here's what I want to let you guys know. My goal is to give you a better understanding on what we do and what this business is. I know that I'm assuming that someone invited you to learn about what this company is and what this opportunity is for so many people, especially men in this industry. So I'm going to take around 15 to 30 minutes or so to give you a combination of my story and my experience with this company, being a young gentleman, along with how this business and this company is changing the way that we are now building virtual businesses in this current economy, internationally and nationwide. So to just kind of share my story really quick, first of all, my name is Luke Huntington, and I'm what's called the independent consultant, regional vice president with Arbonne. And my story looks like this. 6 years ago, was introduced to this business. And before then, to give you background on myself, I'm originally from California. I moved to Virginia when I was 12 with my family. And I was not the kind of person who liked to walk the traditional road. I like to play by my own, or beat my own drum, as they call it. And to give you an example of that, when I was offered a traditional sport, oh, do you want to do soccer? Do you want to do football? Do you want to do whatever you want to do? I was like, my passion is actually racing. I was a semi-professional racing driver, and I competed nationwide all throughout the United States. And technically, I was a semi-professional athlete when I was younger, back in my high school age and my teen years as well. So what happened with me, just to kind of not go too far into that story, but it also explains a little bit about what this business and why this business so appealed to me. When I was offered a professional seat, and if anyone knows anything about the racing world, it's extremely expensive. And my dream of becoming a professional racing driver was limited based off of lack of funds. Now, who's familiar with that feeling, not being able to pursue their dream because they don't have the money for it? So I went to college instead. But here's what happened. As a young man, this is very relatable, but this is very relatable to a lot of people, regardless of your generation. What I was recognizing is that we were in a changing economy. Also, we were in a technological shift, dramatically changing very, very quickly. And I was watching so many people, whether it be my age, a millennial, whether it be a baby boomer, a Gen Xer, or even a traditionalist. So those are hopefully the people who are retired or they're still working because they have to be. I was watching so many people having to reinvent themselves. And one thing that I learned was that, especially as a young person, this will be very relatable to anyone who is a millennial who's listening to this call, is that people who are graduating university now, only 27% of them are getting jobs that are related to what they study, and the average income for a graduate student is less than $40,000 a year in the United States. So that was quite terrifying. But to come back and be relatable to all audiences, what's happening is so many people are having to reinvent themselves. One, if you're a baby boomer, people like myself are coming up and doing the same job for half the price. And people, or even if you are retired, you're not quite done yet. You still want to be able to give something back to this world. So when I discovered this business and when I discovered Arbonne, what I identified was that this is not just a business for women. This company and this industry, the combining industries, which I'll go into, are perfectly designed to allow for every single one of you, if you're listening to this call, know that this has the ability to allow for you to be able to create a six-figure income while working very much alongside of your full-time career. I'm not a massive fan of the term nooks and crannies, but very much in the nooks and crannies of your life. And the reason why so many people are doing this, like myself, are be able to have the ability to have choices in their life, or financial flexibility, time freedom, whatever it may be, whatever is important to you. You don't have to know what in the world you're doing when you start this business in order to become successful. And I'll show you what success looks like in this business, and I'm going to explain a little bit what we do. In order to become successful, you have to be a good student and willing to learn something new, something simple and new. And you have to be willing to work efficiently and effectively and be consistent with it. And if you are, I promise you, you will become successful. And because of this business, because I was willing to learn, I was able to graduate school debt-free, which is amazing because student loans debt is more than credit card debt. So I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit what this is and what this company is able to do for people in our generation, people of all generations, and men specifically. So with that, I'm just going to share my screen really quick and explain what is Arbonne. And I hope you all can see this. So to give you an idea, Arbonne, it's a 38-year-old company that is well established and secure. And they focus on having manufacturing pure, safe, and beneficial products that are highly demanded nowadays by all different markets. And that is one thing I saw, is that people are now starting to look for products like what we have. And our founder was so cutting edge, and he was so forward thinking, that he wanted to be able to create a company that manufactured products that were pure, safe, and beneficial, that were at a price point that the average consumer could afford. So what he did was he went over to Switzerland, and I'll explain why that's important. He went over to Switzerland to design the product. He then brought the company to the United States to start back in 1980, only with 19 products. Now we have over 300. But now, jumping ahead 38 years, we are constantly on the cutting edge of research and development. And we are always pushing ourselves to better not just our product quality, so we are the industry standard. Because guys, and I wasn't a product guy, to let you guys know, I'm always someone who appreciates a company who is pushing themselves to be bettering themselves, because we don't have any competition really when you think about it, when it comes to our quality, when it comes to our personal care products. Going back to it, we have an incredibly passionate culture of people who want to help each other succeed. We are fully global. We have a compensation plan that is extremely generous, the ability to will your business, which is very relatable to parents. And we have an incredibly experienced home office team that has provided us so much material to allow us to become successful when we utilize it, and an incredible state-of-the-art distribution system and support center that allows us to build virtual businesses from our homes. So really quick, to start and explain how we are able to then build a business, and I'll explain the product later, because I love the product, don't get me wrong, but the business is my personal favorite product, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. We follow what's called a multi-level marketing platform, also known as social marketing, also known as network marketing. Here's something that's really important to know, you guys. This industry is booming. It is the industry of the 21st century. To give you an idea, Bill Gates said if he had to start all over from scratch, he would be in this industry. Statistically, it is creating more millionaires than any other industry that is available to us. And it is so simple. That's the thing that's so funny, is that people think that this is complicated, that it's hard, and that it's unique. This is so simple that anyone can do this. I was able to do it, that means you are able to do it. So this is what it looks like, you guys. The product, when it comes to when you go to your store, whether you buy your shaving cream, your protein powder, whatever it may be, the product has to go from the manufacturer, through the wholesaler, through the warehouse, the sales force, also known as the advertiser, to the retailer, and then finally to you and I, the consumer. This is all very well known. The problem with this method is that it's incredibly long and it's incredibly expensive. So for people like us, and I'm a logical thinker, to give you an idea, for people like us, we have to pay a significantly inflated price just to pay off all those middlemen. And what's happening is that we're paying a higher price for really a pretty bad product, a product that has been proven to be harmful for you, just to pay off all those middlemen. Where nowadays, we are so used to shopping online. I barely go to the store to buy my stuff. Amazon's been my best friend. Arbonne's website's my best friend. People are now assuming that they're able to get a better deal for a higher quality product by shopping online at a lower price. We follow the same logic. Because our products go directly from the manufacturer to the consumer through someone like myself, through a lot of the people who are on this call tonight, you're able to get a significantly higher quality product that is far healthier for you, far safer for you, and far more beneficial, actually creating a result you want at a significantly lower price than anything that comes close to our quality that you can buy on the retail shelf and even online. Now, to me, that made sense. I was willing to change my spending habits. So instead of going to Target or CVS or GNC to buy my stuff, I would just go online, have it get shipped directly to me, spend the same amount of money or sometimes even less, and get a significantly higher product. That made sense. Now, here's what's important to know, and this is why so many people, both men and women, are doing this business, is because we are what's called a non-inventory based business model, which means that we are not having to store products in our personal homes. That is the old school method, and it's fine. It's worked for decades. But what's happened, like to give you an idea, I started my business and grew my business in a dorm room. And I don't have much space to do parties in a dorm room. So what's important to know is that because we don't have to hold on to inventory to physically sell, we're able to build virtual businesses very much online, internationally, in the countries that we're in, from your home. And what this industry allows for you to do, it's kind of like owning your own virtual franchise within the company. And to paint that picture for you, Arbonne provides us all the product. They do all the homework. They do all the research and development. They make the product. They make the marketing tools. They provide your own website. They give you everything you need in order to become successful. You just get to have the opportunity to utilize those tools to become successful. Giving it a comparison, think of it as if you're about to purchase a Panera franchise. Panera has a system for success that you follow. You put the cups here, you have the recipes here, you have the certain sandwiches or whatever. I'm sure a lot of us are familiar with the restaurant. If you're international and you haven't experienced Panera, it's more of just a healthier alternative to a fast food restaurant. So they're following a duplicatable system, but man, that real estate and those ingredients, those pieces of furniture are very expensive. And because we are non-inventory based, we don't have to have an expense, a high expense, in order to be able to start a virtual business. So that is what I saw. And that made so much sense to me. And because we follow a duplication focused business model, which I'll explain as well, you're able to create very much an asset while working part-time. So I'll explain a little bit about what that looks like when it comes to your income and how we make money in this business. There's 4 ways we make an income. There's commissions, there's override, a car bonus, and a cash bonus. So basically, to give you an idea, for a commission, anytime that, let's say, a friend of yours saw that you lost weight, or if you have acne and you got rid of your acne, they ask you, hey Jim, how did you lose 10 pounds? I've been meaning I've been going to the gym, I just have hit my plateau, I don't know what I'm doing. And if they want to purchase the 30 Days Healthy Living from you or use a fiber, our amazing protein powder, you get a commission by helping them start re-educating them on how to purchase their products from your website. Overrides. Overrides are earnings off of product sales by your team. We follow a duplicatable system and helping people grow their own businesses within our organizations. That is how we're able to grow large multi-million-dollar businesses, along with following an incredible supportive culture. So we are able to earn a certain percentage of override off of our whole organization's volume based off your level of management. For the third income level, third way you can make an income is the Mercedes cash bonus level. This is where you get to the regional vice president level. Arbonne, at least in the United States, they pay $800 a month every single month to drive a white Mercedes-Benz of your choice, which is not a bad poke in the eye. And finally, the cash bonuses at each level that can range from additional $200 to $600 that you can earn every single month. So this is what it looks like. This is the best gift that you can find, and I'll explain why. Think about this. Look at what your life currently looks like. Imagine if you were to be able to make an extra $500 a month working a business that took about 5 hours a week. How would that change your life? Imagine if you were able to make an extra $2,000 a month working an extra 7 to 10 hours a week on your side hustle. How would that impact your life? Regional vice president. Imagine if you were doing anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 a month, working an extra 15 hours a week. What could that do? It's amazing what that can do. And to continue forward, and I'll just quickly explain the levels because it's pretty self-explanatory by what you're seeing here. But there are 4 levels of management that you are able to earn. The first level of management is district manager. On average, it takes people between 1 to 7 months to get to this level. And the reason why there's averages is because this is your business. You can choose how quickly or how slowly you want to get there. The average time a district manager works a week is roughly 5 hours a week. But the average income ranges from $275 a month to up to $1,600. That's not bad for working only a handful of hours a week. And that can change a lot of people's lives. It's amazing what $500 extra can do. The second level of management is called area manager. Area manager on average takes people 15 months to get to this level. People can do it faster. People can do it longer. But the average time an area works a week is between 7 to 10 hours a week. But the average income ranges from just under $1,400 a month up to $4,700. That's pretty big. For people my age, like as I mentioned earlier in this call, the average graduate student comes out making less than $40,000 a year. That's potentially equaling what you can make full-time, but working 10 hours a week on average. On top of that, if you're a parent, you'll appreciate this. Your business becomes willable indefinitely. So when we ultimately pass away, your business isn't going to die with you, which means that your income can be willed to your children month by month by month. When I'm not a parent yet, but I think that is just such a cool, unique, and special aspect of this company and this compensation. I think it says a lot about what this is. The third level of management is called regional vice president. On average, it takes people 2 to 3 years to get to this level. The fastest people get to this level is 4 months. Could you imagine, what company said that you can start out making nothing, or let's say start out making base salary, but then have in 4 months have the opportunity to be making over a 6-figure income? There aren't many companies out there that have the opportunity to be able to allow for yourself to grow so quickly. On average, regions work around 15 hours a week, but the average income ranges from $5,000 a month up to $11,000. That's an extra $60,000 to $122,000 a year working part-time. On top of that, you're getting the $800 bonus for your white Mercedes-Benz. And then finally, national vice president is the top level of management. This is where we're all striving for. This is where I'm going to be, where so many other people are going to be. On average, it takes people 3 to 5 years to get to this level. But national vice presidents on average work 20 hours a week. 20 hours a week. But the average income is over $21,000 a month. With that, and this is really important, there is no glass ceiling. There is no glass ceiling, you guys, which means that there are a lot of people in this company who came from all different walks of life. Some were wealthy, some were broke. Some are men, some are women. Some are in real estate, some are waitresses or waiters. But there are a lot of people in Arbonne who are making over $1 million a year in this business and walked a very different life before this company. To give you an idea, one of the top income earners, or if you know, is the top income earner in the United Kingdom, is a guy, which I think is fantastic. So, with that being said, okay, now I'm back. No more screen sharing. All right. So with that being said, I want to share a little bit about the product. So, because this is important, you know, our products are our backbone. We wouldn't be able to do this business if the product wasn't as good as it is. So here's what's important to know. Everything that Arbonne makes is focused with the mindset that all of our products are combined with the best of science and nature and technology. We follow what's called a plant-based, botanically inspired formulas, which basically means that all of our ingredients are derived from plants. We're also built on a Swiss heritage to the European standard. And to give you an idea, this is where my logic kicked back in when I was doing my homework. Over in Europe, they ban over 1,300 chemicals from their personal care products. Over here in the United States, the FDA only bans 11 ingredients. 1,300 versus 11. I wasn't a health and wellness person when I started this, but I knew that's pretty significant. And I'd rather change my spending habit to be using something that's significantly healthier. So that's one thing that's so important. We are constantly focusing on having the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. We are clinically tested, which is, I think, a big deal because not many companies do this, which basically means that all of our results, the statistics that we have, are tested by third-party laboratories. And we're certified vegan. We are certified gluten-free. We're certified kosher. We're certified by PETA. We're cruelty-free. We're soy, dairy, and whey-free, which is a big deal if you're using nutrition. And the list goes on, you guys. And I'm not vegan. I personally enjoy myself a good burger from time to time. But guess what? My nutrition and my personal care products are vegan. And they're also gluten-free. And you know what? That is really important to me. And I'll explain why it's important to me and why this should be important to you. Because our products are not formulated with ingredients that have been proven to be linked to different kinds of diseases, to be linked to hormone disruptors, and be linked to different things that are changing our bodies for the worse. So I'll give you an idea what that looks like. We are not formulated with animal products or byproducts. To give you an idea, in the United States, if you want to be considered organic, or if a company wants to have their product be considered organic, 10% of your ingredients need to be all natural, or all natural, you get the two fingers in there. And to paint that picture for you, what that could be is animal byproducts and animal-focused ingredients. So what happens is rendering plants will go off and pick up things like dead roadkill. They'll go to veterinary clinics and pick up euthanized animal carcasses. They'll go to the fast food restaurants and pick up the extra fats. They'll bring it all back to the rendering plant, throw it into a pot. The fat boils up to the top. They scoop the fat up and they sell it to health and wellness companies. And it's a cheap preservative. And what it does is it clogs your skin. And your skin needs to breathe. And here's one thing that's good to know. 65% of what you're putting in your body is in your bloodstream within less than a minute. So if you're putting stuff on your body that has harmful chemicals in it, it is the fastest way to get that crap into your system. That is why they have nicotine patches. That's the fastest way to get ingredients into your body. We do not have artificial flavors and sweeteners. We do not have formaldehyde, which is insane that I'm even saying that companies use formaldehyde as a preservative. We do not have parabens, which are an estrogen mimic. We do not have phthalates, which is a hormone disruptor. And by the way, a lot of these things are causing feminization in men, you guys, which I can only let you guys paint that own picture for you. We do not have mineral oils, which is petroleum. We do not have talc. We do not have sodium lauryl sulfate, and the list continues going on. But you're getting my point. We have products that are healthy, that are pure, safe, and beneficial, that people are now looking for. And what's also important to know, and I'll show this to you as well, is that we have a diversified amount of products that are available to us. Let's see. I'm trying to show it to you, but it's not letting me do that. Oh well, that's okay. To give you an idea, we have an incredible wide range of products that are available for people to get, whether it be ranging from men to women, young to old, to people with different types of skin needs, issues, physical issues, like if people want to lose weight, if you want to gain muscle, if you want to reduce your fine lines, your anti-aging, you want to get rid of your acne, if you have children, if you are a woman, you want to use makeup. Here's what I saw about that. What I really like about this is that, and I was a marketing guy, I still am a marketing guy, is that Arbonne strategically is not leaving out any audience. We're able to help everyone and allow for anyone to be able to use our products. Because think about it, you probably know every single person in your life is showering, washing their hair, brushing their teeth, hopefully washing their face. A lot of people are now using nutritional supplements, but they're buying it from other people. They're buying it from other companies that are providing products that are harmful for them. But with us, we're just able to re-educate them on a healthier, safer alternative that allows them to live a healthier lifestyle and probably a less expensive lifestyle. And then we get compensated for teaching them how to do that. So with that being said, that is the business, that is the products. Now here's why people are doing this. There are 4 things that you want to be looking for when you're looking at any company and any business. You want to be looking for products that are consumable. As I just mentioned, people are showering, people are washing their face, they're brushing their teeth. I can only pray that they're not going to not buy shampoo after they run out of it. They're gonna go out to the store and get more stuff. When you run out of your shaving cream, you're going to get more. If you run out of your protein powder, you're going to get more. We have products that people are going to continue to buy. We also have something that is, this is the second thing, highly demanded. The health and wellness industry is $1 trillion industry. Men's personal care, the men's personal care industry is a $27 billion industry. It is now, for guys, just to let you know, being metro and taking care of yourself is now the way of being successful. Because now people now know that if you want to be successful, you have to look good and you have to feel good. And now people are paying attention to that. So we are meeting the trends, we're meeting the demands. People are looking for products that are vegan certified, that are gluten-free, that are soy, whey, and dairy-free. We have what people want. The third thing, 3 fingers, there we go. The ability to leverage time. Because we teach people how to follow a duplicatable system and help others become successful, we're able to grow our success throughout our organizations. Because here's what's important to know. I cannot become successful without helping my team become successful. And I also get compensated for helping them. And everything, of course, compensation is based off product volume. None of it's based off of people joining your business or the amount of consultants or clients you have. It's all based on products purchased. But because you're able to aid and teach other people how to follow a duplicatable system and become great leaders and teachers, that is how we're able to leverage our time. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, we're fully internet-based. Because we're non-inventory based and we don't have to be schlepping product here and there, and we're not party-based, you can do parties if you want, but you don't have to. You're able to build an international business from your dorm. Or dorm, that was my dorm. Your home, or your apartment, or your dorm. Doesn't matter where you are. As long as you have a phone, and it helps if you have a laptop, it's amazing what you can do nowadays on these big things. So, to start wrapping this up, you guys, this is global. And as I mentioned, we are international. We are in 7 countries. We're in the US, we're in the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Poland, and Taiwan. And I want to paint a picture for you. When I started this business, I was in North Carolina. I was at a university down in Wilmington, North Carolina. But my home is in Virginia. My network was in Virginia. I really didn't know anyone down in North Carolina. When I started my business, I actually just transferred. So I didn't have any friends. So my business, when I was in university, was built purely over the phone back home in Virginia. It also expanded to California because I knew people in California. Now, jumping ahead to where I currently am, my business ranges from Virginia to California to New York to New Zealand. New Zealand, all the way across the country, across the world. And I'm able to build a virtual business because of things like this, what you're looking at, either you're on here live or you're watching the recording. That is such a powerful tool. But with that, to wrap this up, you guys, this is simple stuff. You know, a lot of people like to say that, oh, men are simple thinkers. Well, I don't know if I agree with that, but this is a simple business model. And this is what we're doing. We're doing 3 things. First thing we do is we stop buying product at the retail shelf, paying someone else's overhead, giving your money to a store who doesn't pay you a commission. Clean and simple. Third thing we do is second thing we do is then we start enjoying better, beneficial Arbonne products, buying a superior product at a discount from your own Arbonne business, getting paid when other people purchase products from you and your website. And the third thing we do is we then share and teach others how to duplicate us and do the same thing with people who buy better, healthier, safer products, and teaching them how to order online and have products safely delivered to their door, and following a compounding system for success. This is not rocket science. This is simple, and people tend to overthink this. I was trying to overthink this and try to make it more complicated than it is. This business is not complicated, and anyone can do this business. And to wrap this up, to give you an idea, when I started this business with Arbonne, I didn't know many people. I was a bit shy, actually. I was able to adapt to different situations, but I wasn't the most outgoing type. I was not a health and wellness guy. I was not someone who knew anything about this industry, network marketing wise, or health and wellness. And it's funny because I like to tell myself that I was the least likely person to become successful in this. But if you have a big why, if you have a big reason to change your life, whether it be you think about and you ask yourself this question, if you keep doing exactly what you're doing for the next 5 years, what will your life look like? Will it be any different? Another great question, which is a bit of a scary question, is if you were to lose your main source of income, how long could you survive? What's your plan B? Do you have something lined up as an annuity, as an asset that is creating residual income? And the last question, what I'd like you guys to think about, along with saying, don't overthink this because this is the best damn gig in town. It sure is. Instead of asking yourself, what if this doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if this does? Because to start this business, it is so easy, it is so simple, and if there's anything on this call that resonated with you, that you want to learn about this business and how to do this, or start living a healthier lifestyle, talk to the person who introduced this business to you, or have you hop on this phone call, because they clearly want to help you. And we get to choose who we work with. We get to choose that we work with the smartest, most outgoing, fun, motivated people. And clearly, if you were invited on this call, the person who invited you thinks very highly of you. So take this seriously, because this is something that can have a massive positive impact in your life. It's had a massive impact, positive impact in my life, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to share it with you guys. So with that, thank you so much for hopping on. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful evening, and let's go have a wonderful rest of the year. Men, let's go kill it. Thank you guys so much.